Honorable members' prayers. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic, endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and thy good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. Honorable members, indulge me to skip item 2, item 3, item 4, and turn to item 5. Item 5, correction of votes and proceedings, and that of the official report. Votes and proceedings, we start from page 1. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page number 7. Page 8. Page 9. And finally, page 10. Honorable members, in the absence of any corrections, the votes and proceedings of yesterday, the 23rd October 2025, is hereby adopted as a true record of proceedings. Honorable members, may I indulge you to turn to item 6. Let me respectfully invite the leader of the House to give us the statement, business statement for the ensuing second week. Leader, you have the floor now.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Your committee met yesterday, Thursday, 23rd October 2025, and arranged business of the House for the second week, which ends on Friday, 31st October 2025. This is the report. As usual, Mr. Speaker, you may make formal communications to this House. We have 38 questions scheduled for next week. 10 asked, posed to the Minister for Health, 10 to the Minister for Roads and Highways, 3 to the Minister for Transport, 7 to the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, and 8 to the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology, and Innovations. The questions are all attached to the report of the Business Committee. 3 are urgent and 35 are oral questions. Statements may be made pursuant to Order 91-2, and statements of members may also be made pursuant to Order 93. Bills, papers, and reports pursuant to Orders 1, 5, 9, and 160 may be laid, and reports taken during the week pursuant to Order 97. Motions and resolutions consequentially may also be taken. And then referrals at committees. Mr. Speaker, the Business Committee is reminding all committees with referrals to expedite considerations of the referrals and report to the House. Once again, the committee has attached for the attention of the House pending referrals before the various committees to speed up reporting. A total of 286 referrals have been assigned to 23 committees for consideration and report to the House. So please, let's work on our reports and submit them. The Business Committee urges all committees to prioritize consideration of the referrals and promptly report to the House in accordance with Order 2674. Right Honourable Speaker, in accordance with Order 2162 and subject to Order 67, the committee submits to the House the order in which the business of the House shall be taken during the week. I so submit.
Thank you very much, Leader. Honourable members, the business statement has been read to us. I will invite any member who wants to contribute to it. Yes. Honourable member for... Yes. Honourable Jerry.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. We also want to thank the Leader of Government Business for bringing to our notice business statement. Mr. Speaker, there are a few things I would also have to bring to his notice as Leader of Government Business. Mr. Speaker, as we speak today, the NHIS for close to about 2 months is not working. It's not. NHIS. People would have to pay before they are provided services. As we speak, the LIMS is also not working. It's deactivated. And so we virtually reverted to the cash and carry system. Yes, it's not politics. When we are here to check. So if you want to do politics as usual, it's not going to help. And then the final one, Mr. Speaker, still for pregnant women, as we speak, any woman who is pregnant and wants to go through the CS, the cesarean surgery, would have to pay between 5,000 to 9,000. So we need to bring this to the notice of the Leader of Government Business so that all of this will be resolved. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honourable Member.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I want to use this opportunity to commend the Business Committee for the work that they have done. But, Mr. Speaker, it's unfortunate. Recently, we have seen a lot of issues surrounding farmers. A lot of our farmers are suffering because they can't find buyers for their farm produce. So I was expecting...
They can't find what?
Buyers.
That's the produce, farm produce.
They can't find buyers for their farm produce. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Speaker.
Okay.
And I was expecting the leader to program the agric minister. Mr. Leader,
he's saying...
Leader, you were not listening. Because you were talking to Dr. Anawa. I'm saying that I was expecting you to program the agric minister. Because recently, you have seen a lot of farmers complaining around the country because they have so many farm produce from last season, and this season too, God has blessed them with bumper harvests. But unfortunately, the system is so terrible that there's no money in the system. So they can't find buyers to purchase their farm produce. So I was expecting that you program the agric minister to update the House and Ghanaians and our gallant farmers as to what strategies and plans the agric ministry is putting in place to help them get buyers for this farm produce. Mr. Speaker, if not for the wonderful job done by the previous administration by constructing one district, one factory, the farmers would have been suffering because some of this farm produce, some of this, go to your district, you will see Yendi, there's a factory in Yendi. I know there's a factory in Zebula. I know there's a factory in Pusiga, and Bye can attest to that. Mr. Speaker, if not because of the one district, one factory, one district, one warehouse, the farmers would have been suffering because some of these produce. Mr. Speaker, tell them that you have a warehouse in your district. Fumila, there's a warehouse in Fumila. Is that not it, Mr. Speaker? So if not because of this warehouse, farmers would have been suffering because some of this warehouse is keeping the bumper harvest of the farmers. So, leader of government business, I'm pleading within the week, let the agriculture minister come and update Ghanaians and the entire house for us to know what the ministry is putting in place to get buyers for this farm.
Thank you. Honourable member. So, anyway, let me. Okay. Yes, Honourable Habib.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Chairman of the committee, Majority Leader, you know this is a budget sitting. Majority Leader, your colleague is distracting you. I need your attention. This is budget sitting. And I would like to know when we should be expecting the budget. That's number one, when we are expecting the budget from the minister responsible for finance. The second thing is that with your business statement, I think that next week we should be able to find space for us to have closed sitting and committee of the whole, because there are so many issues concerning members that we need to discuss. And for that matter, I think you should make provisions for us to meet. If you look at members, among other things, there are air conditions, the air conditions in their office.
Honourable members, if it is necessary, then keep quiet.
Their air conditions in their offices are not working. Some of them, their offices, the tiles and other stuff. So I think if we get either a committee of the whole or closed sitting and other issues that I cannot talk about on the floor that affect members, even them attending to the chamber work. And Majority Leader, I don't know if you can program the minister responsible for foreign affairs. In your welcome address, you indicated that the U.S. Embassy had issued a statement earlier on, reversing our 5-year to give us 3 months single entry, and it was reversed back for us to be able to get 5 years multiple entry if you are qualified for such visa. And we need to know the reason associated for the reversal. Is it tied? Is it tied to Ghana agreement in accepting the deportees into the country? The minister responsible for foreign affairs must be programmed to brief the House the nature of the agreement. Either it's a treaty, it is an agreement in whichever form that he has with the U.S. government that we have to accept deportees from the United States, because this affects us. You know, there is a famous Supreme Court ruling with regards to similar case where people were brought into Ghana. Then the members went to the Getmo 2. Then they went back to the Supreme Court. There was a ruling on it. The minister responsible for foreign affairs must come and brief the House. Is it that he has agreed this agreement to be able to get back or reverse the 5 years visa waiver for us? So the minister responsible for foreign affairs must brief us. We listened to His Excellency the President of the Republic, and he gave us, things that he wanted to do with regards to the Galamsey. And then the CSOs were engaged. But if we can get the minister responsible for lands and natural resources to give us an update on Galamsey, It is a serious issue. It has affected a lot of people now. People are giving birth to deformed children. There are formed some particles, some chemicals in our water and other things. It's terrible, Majority Leader. So if we can get, even though the President has briefed the CSOs, but if members of Parliament, because we represent our constituencies ask us questions pertaining what is happening on the Galamsey. And if the minister responsible for lands and natural resources brief us on this issue, I think we will be okay with that. I thank you, Majority Leader.
Yes, Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, I think Honorable Habib knows how to get ministers to appear in this House and answer questions, and in the process explain government actions, inactions, and policies. So please, you have not asked a question of the Minister for Foreign Affairs. I urge you to ask a question. It could be an urgent question, and being a senior member of this House, the Minister will be invited to answer your questions. I definitely know that it is a good thing that the American government has reversed its visa sanctions on Ghana. And we should commend the Minister for Foreign Affairs highly for the work that he has done to achieve a reversal of the visa sanctions. As you know, many Ghanaians have family members in the US, and they frequent the US, and the sanctions were going to be very, very inconveniencing to many of those family members. In addition, there are many businesses that we engage in with the United States, and the sanctions were going to cripple a lot of businesses. And so for the Minister of Foreign Affairs to have successfully, within a very short period of time when the US announced the sanction, gotten the US to reverse the sanctions is something that we should be happy and proud of, and commend the Minister very highly. I definitely know that every citizen of ECOWAS is entitled to sit in an aircraft and to alight or disembark in Ghana. Every citizen of ECOWAS can fly from the US and has a right to disembark in Ghana, and then after 90 days can continue to their respective countries. Every ECOWAS citizen, with or without an agreement with the United States government. I was a member of the ECOWAS Parliament, and I know the ECOWAS protocols entitle every ECOWAS citizen to decide that they want to be sent to Ghana. And when they come to Ghana, they have a right to remain in Ghana for at least 90 days. For at least 90 days. So this is a right of every citizen. And so any agreement that we will receive you when you arrive in Ghana is something that I think is a natural consequence of the right of that ECOWAS citizen to decide that they want to disembark in Ghana from the United States. So I don't think that there's a problem at all. But I will engage the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration so that he will come and then brief us on the situation regarding the deportations. Don't forget that it is not only ECOWAS citizens from other ECOWAS countries, but our own citizens are also being deported, and they are coming. So we can ask the minister to come and give us a briefing. I am told that there's a little problem about software. There are two softwares that are being used by the National Health Insurance Authority, and there's some controversy between the two suppliers as to whose software should be used, and that has crippled the process of hospitals submitting claims. But I've just been briefed that the NHIA CEO has given assurance that it will be resolved very shortly between the two software providers. It has nothing to do with payments of money from the government. As for government has given the monies to NHIA. They have the money, and it is a software issue that they need to resolve. And as for the farmers and the bumper harvest, we should be thanking God that we have bumper harvest, and thanking the government of John Dramani Mahama for assisting the farmers to achieve bumper harvest. A lot of things go into bumper harvest: fertilizers, inputs, and then a sound economy that enables farming and encourages farming. All those go into improving, productivity in the agricultural sector. So I'm happy that you are acknowledging that within a very short time, even the agricultural sector is doing very well. I thank you very much. If I had said this on this side of the house, you would have said that I'm engaged in campaigning. But you have admitted that agricultural sector is doing very well, and that it is going to positively impact on food inflation in the coming months. What is of concern now is how we can get the produce from the farmers. I can assure you that I was in cabinet when the president directed the Minister of Finance to make money available to buffer stock so that they can buy the produce from the farmers. So I'm very sure that there will be resources available to buffer stock to buy the produce from the farmers. And of course, yes, I think that some of the warehouses that were constructed during the regime of President Akufo-Addo will be useful now in storing the bumper harvest that we're experiencing. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the factories is functioning. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the factories is functioning. I can say on authority that the one at Walwale is not functioning. And it is not processing anything. It is not processing anything. So that I can say on authority. And so the factories are not helpful at all in resolving this problem. So let's stop at that. And as for Galamsey, I think that we will invite the minister in due course for briefing on how far we have come in terms of the fight against illegal mining and the devastation of the environment. I think that if today anybody is giving birth to a child and that child is deformed as a result of cyanide and other heavy ions being found in their foods, I believe that pregnancy was conceived at least not less than 9 months ago. I believe so. I believe that pregnancy is at least 9 months old, so that the child will be born today. And in that case, I think that the chemicals that they took are attributable to what happened, the illegal mining that happened during the MPP regime. It could not have been happening today. It could not have been happening today. It could not have been happening today. But we believe that as a country, we must fight the Galamsey menace, and this House can demand accountability from the ministers who are responsible. I also agree that during the course of next week, we should have a committee of the whole meeting to discuss all those issues. I think I've answered all the questions. On the issue of the budget, I had a discussion with the Minister for Finance. He gave me a tentative date, but is unable to announce it because he has to receive some clearance. But that's what I'm saying, he's unable to announce the date. No. I cannot announce because he hasn't given me the clearance. He is still going through the consultations needed to be able to announce a date. I'm not able to tell you the week because that will amount to announcing the date. That enables you to narrow the days to 4 days. And so let's wait for the minister to get his... don't forget that the minister is introducing the budget on behalf of the president. And so it's the president's document. So he has to signal the date that the minister can present the budget. So what I can say for sure is that the budget will come and it will be a very good budget. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member for Offensive North, I thought we... Yes, let me hear you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to appreciate your business committee for the work and the program.
I understand today we are spending only 1 hour here.
Yes.
So that's why.
Mr. Speaker, one issue that I believe we could have programmed the Minister of Education to brief the House on is the transition of our children from junior secondary school to the senior secondary school. Mr. Speaker, there are a lot of issues that we've realized as far as the placement system is concerned, and also issue of extortion of parents as far as PTA is concerned. Then also the issue of parents that are purportedly paying as much as 30,000 Ghana cedis that was alluded to by a member for placement. It was alluded to by a member from the majority side, and I believe that these are issues that will require an urgent action and a response from briefing from the Minister of Education. Thank you.
So honorable member, honorable member for Offensive North, honorable member, why can't you bring the minister here to answer? I mean, it's a straightforward thing. I mean, just put a question, invite the minister to come and answer. Yes. Yes. Suhum, the last one I'm taking. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As a deputy ranking for employment, labor relations, and pensions, and Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, unemployment is having a serious toll on the youth of our country. This government made some pledges as to implementing some 24-hour economy. I'll be very grateful that the leader of the House will bring to this House their policy, practicable policy in implementing 1 job, 3 shifts, and 3 people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, Honorable Deputy Minister for Trade.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as a parliament, I don't think that we should always come here and then invite ministers to come and brief us on problems or challenges about the country. When a government is doing well, like it is happening now, where all of us can testify that inflation has reduced to a single digit, the food inflation has gone down, prices of goods, commodities have reduced. Iron rods in December 2024 was more than 12,000 Ghana cedis. It's now 7,500. I want to find out from the majority leader, are you going to program a day for us to commend the government for what it's doing and then urge the government on to do more for the country. Because these are good things that we need to highlight them. And both majority, minority, all of us are feeling it. The prudent measures by the government, all of us are beneficiaries. So let's dedicate a day next week to commend the government and then urge the government to do more. Mr. Speaker, I can see you are happy with my invitation. So let's have a day next week to commend highly what the president and the government is doing. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. Honorable Peter, last one. I'm taking last one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want to commend the Business Committee for a good job done. But I think that it's good for us to listen to the other side. The call for various ministers to come and brief the House is an indication of the good job they are doing, and they are excited to listen to them. Mr. Speaker, what happened in the past 8 years? If people are excited to get briefing from ministers within 10 months, it tells you the impact the government is making. And I will encourage the majority leader. If it is possible, every week, just bring one minister for 1 hour and let them tell us what they are doing, so that at least these people will be excited that the government is right on track. Abba and Papa Abba. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Considering the state of heightened insecurity that occurred and major events that happened whilst the House was on recess, i.e. the conflict that took place in Binyiri, which resulted in estimated 10,000 refugees to Burkina Faso and another estimated 13,000 refugees to Ivory Coast, and 48,000 displaced residents within the Sola Kalbatuna districts and the Boli Bamboy districts. Also, another very worrying development in Sampa, which resulted in killings of very dear residents within that area. It is important that as a matter of urgency, within next week, the Minister for Interior and the Minister now responsible for Defense must appear before this House to give us updates. Lives are more important, security are more important than everything else that we demand accountability on. And it will be highly irresponsible on our part as a House if we do not demonstrate that interest in these killings that took place, and even so concerned as to the state of our compatriots who have become refugees in other places.
Thank you.
Quite unheard of. I thank you very much, Mr.
Thank
Speaker.
you, Leader.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, I think that the various ministers definitely are also eager to have the opportunity to brief us on the work that they have been doing in the past 2 to 3 months that we have been on recess. During sessions, we get to invite them to brief us. During recess, they don't get to brief us. So a lot of work has been done, issues have piled up, and so I can understand the call on ministers to come and brief us. So we'll try and schedule as many ministers as possible to brief us on as many issues as possible. But again, we can ask urgent questions so that will compel them to come and then answer those questions. I also want to say, in response to what Honorable Ahin said about the good performance of the government, that it is perfectly possible for him to file a motion that this House thanks the government for doing so well in the last 8 months. And if you file a motion like that, and it is admitted by the Right Honorable Speaker, we will be able to debate your motion, a motion call on this House to thank the government. And then, of course, it will be debated. you, the mover of the motion, will show all the things that government has done in the last 8 months and all the improvements which make you want this House to thank the government. So I urge you to file a motion, and we can have an opportunity to debate the performance of the government. But I think that in a few weeks' time, we will have the Minister of Finance come to give us a report on the performance of the government with all the relevant data and figures and indicators. And as usual, as a House, we will have the opportunity to debate the report of the Finance Minister in terms of performance, and then also the new policy proposals that he will present. So we could also wait for that one. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, let me thank all of you for your contribution. The business statement for the ensuing second week is hereby adopted. Comfort. Pardon me. Honorable members, we turn to item 7. Yesterday, I understand
Mr. Speaker, but before, let me vary the order of business. Let us lay the papers, and then we can come back to item 7.
Very well. So, honorable members, let's turn to page 2, item 8, presentation of papers. Majority Leader, 8A.
Semi-annual report on the Ghana Petroleum Funds for the period 1st January to 30th June 2025. Report on the conduct of monetary policy, macroeconomic review, and banking sector development for the period January to June 2025.
Honorable members, the reports of 8A and AIII have been duly presented. I direct that the reports be distributed to honorable members. B.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Finance is not here. And so I want to crave your indulgence for the Deputy Minister for Trade and Agribusiness to lay the reports on behalf of the Minister of Finance. That is item 8A, 8B, Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, Roman numeral 3, Roman numeral 4,
and 5.
And Roman numeral 5.
Yes, minority leadership.
Mr. Speaker, the majority leader's application is inadequate. If the minister responsible for finance is not here, where is the deputy minister for finance? Mr. Speaker, it cannot be the case that they are preparing for the budget because the majority leader cannot even tell us when we are expecting the budget. He said he doesn't know. So, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader must tell us where is the finance minister and where is the deputy finance minister before he makes the application for the my senior ahin here to lay the paper.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker, I know he asks a question but doesn't expect an answer. So, Mr. Speaker, if you can have it laid.
Well, Honorable Samsahi, may you do as the honors.
Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund for the year 2024. Annual statement by the Audit Committee for the Minerals Income Investment Fund for the year 2024. Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Cocoa Processing Company PLC for the year 2024. Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the National Insurance Commission for the year 2024. Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Ghana Export-Imports Bank for the year 2024.
Honorable members, the statements in 8B, I, IV, V have been duly presented. they are referred to the Committee for Finance to consider and report back to the House. However, that one of the III is referred to the Committee on Public Administration and State Interest for consideration and report back to the House.
Honorable Speaker, again, let me crave your indulgence for us to vary the order of business and take item 8C. And again, if you indulge us for the Deputy Minister for Trade to do that.
Yes. Honorable, may you do as the honors?
Annual statement by the Audit Committee of the Tema Oil Refinery for the year 2024.
Honorable members, the statement has been duly presented. It is referred to the Committee on Energy to consider and report back to the House.
Honorable Speaker, again, the chairman of the committee is here for us to lay item number 8D. So if we may just take that.
Yes, minority leadership.
Leader, I think you should engage your chairman further. My engagement with the deputy ranking on the committee is to the effect that they only met yesterday, they haven't generated any reports, nothing is available. So engage him, we won't have any difficulty laying it, provided there is a report. Because our standing orders made it clear, if you lay the report, you must distribute the report. And my deputy ranking is saying that there's no report available. So if otherwise, if you engage him, then we can be able to move on that.
Chairman, do you have the report available?
Mr. Speaker, the report is available. The ranking member has gone to the report, and therefore I've even signed my portion, and it's ready for distribution. Thank you.
Deputy ranking.
I've not seen any report, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, leader.
Mr. Speaker, the practice on our committee, and he knows it, he's a very good chairman. He puts the report on our platform as leaders. Nothing of that has happened.
Mr. Speaker, I think it is clear that there's some understanding that we can lay the report.
Mr. Speaker, Chairman, even the Speaker is a member of your committee. You understand? Mr. Speaker presiding is a member of your committee. So, like I indicated, we don't have any difficulty you laying the report. But if your deputy ranking says he doesn't get the report, I think it's too harsh to say he is not the ranking. You understand? So, because you need to carry them along and you work with them, it is not good practice to say that he is not the ranking. So they can go ahead and lay it. Mr. Speaker, they can go ahead and lay it, but you should make sure that the report is available and then we can move. And then.
Thank you very much. Yes, Chairman.
Reports of the Committee on Energy on the Petroleum Agreement among the Government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition and the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, Exploration and Production Limited Company, Exploco, and TriStar Upstream Oil and Gas Limited, TriStar, for the exploration, development, and production operations in the Ghana Western Basin Block 1.
Honorable members, the report has been duly presented. I direct that the report is distributed to honorable members.
Mr. Speaker, we may now go back to statements.
Very well. So, honorable members, before we take the statement, let's acknowledge our students at the public gallery. The first school is Mercy Islamic JHS. Mercy Islamic JHS. They are being led by Benjamin Bonsera, who is a teacher and NCC patron. And the school is located in the Adentan constituency. I hope the member is here. The member will look at you and take care of you. The second school is Esibedu DA Basic School. Esibedu DA Basic School. They are being led by Madam Grace Akodie, who is the assistant head teacher. And the school is located in the Ekumfi constituency. Ekumfi constituency. Ekumfi constituency. Do you have the member here? Well, so you are welcome. I hope you are monitoring what is going on, and that should urge you on to study and study and study hard, so that tomorrow you come and take over from us. You are once again welcome. Honorable members, we take a statement from the chairperson of the Sports and Recreation Committee, Honorable Dr. Ernest Henry Nubi. Honorable Dr. Ernest Henry Nubi, congratulating the Youth and Sports Committee. You are congratulating the Black Stars. Very well, let's hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to, on behalf of the Parliamentary Committee on Youth and Sports, congratulate the Black Stars for qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament scheduled for June 2026 in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. Mr. Speaker, as you are respectfully aware, Ghana secured its spot for this important global tournament on Sunday, 12 October 2025, after the Black Stars secured a 1-0 victory over Comoros to top Group I with 25 points. It has been an intensive 2-year qualifying journey, and it is indeed a great feat that the Black Stars, our pride and beacon of hope, has joined discipline, commitment, and dedication throughout the qualifying stages, and I commend them for playing with focus and passion to once again place Ghana on the world stage. Special mention and commendation go to the coach and technical bench of the team for their instrumentality and guidance in making this victory possible. Mr. Speaker, as we celebrate this momentous achievement, I encourage the Black Stars to continue to put in their best in order to showcase Ghanaian football skills and talent on the international stage. They should not lose sight of the ultimate goal for which they arrive or they strive, and outperform other African football teams to clinch on a spot to qualify for this stage. Teamwork is the only way to secure the 2026 FIFA World Cup and make history as the first country on the continent of Africa to win the tournament. I am optimistic that His Excellency, the President, the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the Ghana Football Association, and relevant agencies would provide the needed resources to facilitate the participation of our players. The Parliamentary Select Committee on Youth and Sports is also poised to offer the necessary support to ensure that the Black Stars advance beyond the group stages and aim for gold. The bigger work lies ahead of us. I call on the various supporters unions and all Ghanaians to rally behind the Black Stars in the coming months. Ghana Black Stars, we are proud of you. Keep shining, keep striving, and continue to inspire and unify Ghana or Ghanaians across the world with splendid performances. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, once again for the opportunity to make this statement, and also to state that as the chairman of the committee, any member of parliament who does not congratulate the Black Stars will not go to World Cup. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Honorable members, we have to manage it.
Yes.
We have to manage the numbers. So, yes, let me hear you.
Speaker.
No, it wasn't part of the statement.
Speaker, with the leave of my leader, let me also, in the spirit of commemoration, make a brief statement commending. Mr. Speaker, I will take 1-1 or 2-2. 2-2, briefly, limited to say 2 minutes. 2-2. If that makes your... Yes. But in terms of determining, Speaker, in terms of determining the number of contributors on either side, I'm praying that you limit it to 2-2, 2 minutes each. 2-2, 2 minutes each. Speaker, humbly.
Let me see the interest. 2-2, okay, but I'll be guided.
Speaker,
I'll be guided by the interest in the House.
Speaker, may I seek your leave to, in 5 minutes, make a short statement commemorating Mauli School for their 75th anniversary, which falls tomorrow. Speaker, may I urge the table office to adopt the entire statement as presented and say that Mauli School, a proud former student, celebrating its 75th anniversary, which falls tomorrow, pride of the Volta region, produced some outstanding lawyers, judges, politicians, some having reason to become leaders in this House. Speaker, I want to wish them well and urge the school to continue to produce morally upright students to serve this nation in very sensitive places like the judiciary, the legislature, the executive, and other public institutions in this country. Speaker, tomorrow I want to urge the House to join us in whole to honor the school in celebrating its 75th anniversary. I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, the earlier application made by the Majority Chief Whip with regards to the number of people who contribute to the statement made by the chairman of the Committee on Youth and Sports. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Asafo Adjei had also presented a similar statement, same subject matter. So because the chairman delivered the speech, we urge him to contribute, and then his statement too will be captured, but he will be doing contributions. So on our side, Mr. Speaker, we agree that it should be 2 on both, 2 and leadership. 2 each and leadership, because we have other engagement. So Asafo Adjei will start on our side.
Well. So Asafo Adjei, you will just contribute, but your statement will be taken as if it has been read in full.
Vision of contribution is very important. Not just 2-2, but 2 minutes. Essentially 2 minutes. So that we can, because of the exigencies of the
Well. So, Honorable Asafo Adjei, as your leader said, you will not read the statement, you will just contribute, but I will direct that your statement will be taken on board as if you have read it in full.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am grateful. I only want to submit that it's a joint statement between myself and the Member of Parliament for Ketu North, Edem Eric Agbana. So it's a joint statement from both of us congratulating the Black Stars. I only want to put that on record. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you and also use this platform to congratulate our Black Stars. Mr. Speaker, from our first debut in 2006 in Germany, Speaker, the Black Stars gave a splendid performance where Africa on our side, Ghana became the only team that had to progress to the round of 16. As we got fast forward, we came to 2010 in South Africa. There again putting up a very splendid performance that saw the admiration of all the people in the world. As we got yet again, we have qualified once again to another World Cup, which would be played in Mexico, Canada, and USA. Mr. Speaker, for the first time after a long time, I saw the teeming number of Ghanaians beaming with happiness, seeing the Black Stars qualify for yet another World Cup. It brings a whole lot of inspiration, Mr. Speaker, with a whole lot of expectations. Others are expecting to cheer the Black Stars up. Others are expecting to see the Black Stars progress. Others are expecting to see the Black Stars making the African continent and the black race proud again like we used to do, or like we are known for. Mr. Speaker, both governments or successive governments had made some contribution towards ensuring that our Black Stars become the hope of Africa. Football again cuts across both races. Mr. Speaker, it has no boundary, it knows no political correlation. So, in rounding up, I would say that this is another opportunity for us to show the Ghananess in us and prove to the African race that, in fact, we are the star and the hope of the African continent. Let us admonish that this whole arrangement and preparation towards the Black Stars performance in the World Cup will be non-partisan and will open doors for every other person who wants to participate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, 2 minutes is 2 minutes, because from here we are moving into our colleagues' house, and they are expecting us within the time that we gave them. So, Abena, I'll come to you. Let me give it to Honorable Minister responsible for government information. I'll come to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I have retained abiding faith in the Black Stars, even in the periods where they underperformed. And I'm gratified that they have justified that support with this splendid qualification display. Mr. Speaker, in the aftermath of the qualification, a number of issues have come to the fore, which I believe merits our attention. There have been calls for the dismissal of the coach who guided us on this qualification path. Mr. Speaker, I believe that these calls are a bit unfortunate and they are misplaced, because the man who has guided us to this qualification in stellar fashion is best placed to prepare the team for the competition itself and prepare for the competition itself. So it will be a tragic mistake to dismiss the coach and hire a new person who will have very little time to prepare the team. The competition is in about 7 months, but in between that period, the team will not be camping for more than 3 or 4 occasions. And that time is simply too short for any experimentation. The second issue is that there have been a flurry of requests by some Ghanaian players born overseas or who are playing overseas to be considered for selection. And many people have expressed outrage at these developments and demanded that only players who were available for the qualification series should be considered. Mr. Speaker, I call for some caution in the way that we approach this matter. It is true that there were some players who rebuffed our entreaties in the past because perhaps they were hedging to see if nations who have a higher profile in international football will give them a call. But there are areas in the team that require some improvements. And therefore, I will call for sober reflection on this matter so that in the areas where we are weak, if there are players who have shown greater ability than the current players we have, we consider them based, of course, on merits, because there is something to be gained from doing so. Sometimes, if we are not careful and we act out of emotion, we may make mistakes that will come back to haunt us. So on that note, I commend the team highly, I commend the coach highly, I commend the Minister for Sports highly for supervising this impressive qualification. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And let me commend the statement maker for raising the issue. Thank you very much.
Yes. Please, 2 minutes. And
thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute to the 2 statements. Mr. Speaker, I am also proud to mention that I am a proud alumnus of the Mauli School in Ho, the school that is celebrating our 75th anniversary tomorrow. And over the years, Mauli School has become an example of how alumni associations can contribute to building the educational sector in our country. I want to join the Chief Whip in wishing all Maulians across the globe and every well-wisher of Mauli School the very best as we celebrate our anniversary tomorrow. But Mr. Speaker, back to football. As you are aware, Mr. Speaker, as a fanatic of football, I am very proud of the Black Stars and our recent achievement of qualifying to the 2026 World Cup. Mr. Speaker, the Black Stars have shown that over and over again, when the right investments are made in sports, we will get the results. And the fact that the Honorable Asafo-Adjei and I partnered to read a statement shows that when it comes to football, when it comes to the Black Stars, there is no partisanship. And all of us as Ghanaians must rally behind the team as we move to the 2026 World Cup and produce the best of results for this country. But in conclusion, I disagree with my brother, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, on the selection of players.
Honorable members.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I believe that to qualify to be selected for the Black Stars must come with a certain level of commitment. Every player who rejected a call-up during the qualification does not deserve a place in the team as we move to the World Cup. We must teach every Ghanaian the value of patriotism and commitment. We must let young people of this country appreciate that whether in tough times or not, we must all be prepared to sacrifice and die for this country. Those who sacrificed and qualified us should be the ones selected for the World Cup.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let me give the opportunity to leadership. Leadership, 2 minutes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me also join my colleagues to congratulate the Black Stars, the technical team, and GFA, and the Minister for Sports, or the Ministry for Sports and Recreation, that we are very proud of our boys. We are proud of the Black Stars, that we are going for another World Cup again. Mr. Speaker, we don't have enough time to talk, except that I want to draw the Majority Chief Whip attention that 2026 World Cup in either Canada, US, or Mexico must not be a repetition of what happened in 2014. That what happened in Brazil. We must, as much as possible, make sure that what happened in Brazil doesn't happen again. Mr. Speaker, I thank you. When we get more opportunity, we will discuss further. There shouldn't be any scandal in this World Cup. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, majority leadership.
Mr. Speaker, let me join colleagues in congratulating the Black Stars for qualifying to participate in the soccer jamboree in the US, North America, Canada, and then Mexico. I believe that Ghanaians have been yearning for this opportunity, and it has come our way. I have always indicated that I have absolute confidence in the Black Stars because at one point I was Minister for Youth and Sports, and I worked with them in Equatorial Guinea, and I know that when given the needed support, they can rise up to the occasion. And so what we need to give them is all the support, financially, and even more so, technical support. I am not passing judgment on anyone, but what makes an excellent team is young players with potential, and I believe they have that, good coaching, good technical support, and of course, adequate resources for them to afford the good coaching and the good technical support and the needed motivation on a match-by-match basis. These are the key things. And I saw how these key factors took the Black Stars from almost being eliminated at the first round in Equatorial Guinea up to the finals where they faced Ivory Coast and held their own against major stars that were playing on the side of Ivory Coast and ended in a penalty shoot, and we lost during penalty. So I know that the boys can do very well when supported and when given the right motivation. And Ghanaians must be willing to support them. I know also that a lot of Ghanaians are looking forward to go and support them. And so we must have a strategy for ensuring that as many Ghanaians who can afford as possible are able to access the countries that are hosting the tournament and to support our players. Given that there are 3 different countries, and those countries are far apart from one another, because if you look at the distance from Canada to Mexico, if you are playing a match in Canada and your next match is in Mexico, how to ferry supporters to Mexico from Canada is going to be a major challenge. So these logistical issues must be discussed, and also we must have a very strong engagement with the government of the United States and Canada so that our citizens will be able to access those countries to support our players. On that note, let me thank the Black Stars and commend the GFA for a yeoman's job in helping us to qualify. I think also that our women, the Black Queens, have been doing well, and on this occasion, we should also commend them for the achievements that they have chalked and the efforts that they are putting. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am thankful to the maker of the statement.
Thank you so much. Honorable members, before I come back to leadership for direction, let me bring you back to item 8, presentation of papers. 8A2 II. I think I made the referral to Committee on Finance. It is supposed to go to the Committee on Economy and Development for consideration and report. So the referral has been changed to Economy and Development. And lastly, we also have another school, Graceland Child Care School. They are here being led by Sedo Solomon, who is the head teacher, and the school is located in the Ewutu Senya West constituency. So on that note, let me come back to leadership for direction.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday we agreed as a House that we will be going to the residence of the former president to commiserate with the family, and so we'll take an early adjournment. So, Mr. Speaker, I move that you adjourn this House until Tuesday at 2 p.m. and enable us to embark on this assignment.
Very well.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion for adjournment.
Honorable members, motion for adjournment has been moved and has been seconded. The question is, as many as are in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is carried, and that this House is accordingly adjourned to Tuesday. Leadership, when are we coming on Tuesday? 2. Adjourned to Tuesday, the 28th of October 2025 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The House stands adjourned.
Honorable members.